Hey, Brady. Matt had mentioned that he really liked the progress you made between the Tampa game and the New Orleans game out there at left tackle. What do you think the most progress you made was? Like, what specifically was there, and what do you want to take into this game against the Bucs?
Yeah, my whole objective this whole year has been to get better every week, and that will continue to be my goal. I just feel like I'm getting more comfortable with just like the basic stuff, my set, my hands, the protections, the whole offense in general. Just getting more comfortable with it and being real focused on just the real basics of offensive line, and that's what I'm gonna continue to do.
Let's go to David Newton, followed by Will Palatra.
Hey, Brady, good to see you. I'm curious now that you're getting all this time at left tackle. What were your thoughts earlier in the year when they really didn't feel like that you were a left tackle?
I think my whole attitude and mindset towards the position changes is just trusting my coaches. They're here for a reason. I trust them, and I trust that they will make the best decision where they think where I'll play the best. So no matter where they put me, I've just had the attitude, just to play my best and to try to learn as fast as I can and to know the playbook and to understand it all and just give it my all. And that's kind of what I've been doing.
Do you see yourself as a long-term left tackle?
I mean, that's a hard question for me to answer, but I definitely see me as a starter, wherever that may be, and that's kind of where I'm at.
Did you ever know your arms were too short?
Wait, say it again?
You ever realize your arms were too short? A lot of people say your arms are too short to play left tackle.
I guess that's the one thing I got to blame my parents for, the genetics, I guess.
Somebody to blame the parents. All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, Brady, in terms of just where you've kind of come from your versatility standpoint, I know that Jeff and Matt have both talked about your versatility being an asset. Is that something that you look at as also an asset, or would you rather feel like you could master one position instead of trying to be the Swiss Army knife?
I think both are needed in the NFL. I really do. And I'm happy to do both. Obviously, I think it would be best to kind of nail down one position and really get great at that, but at the same time, you can get great at all the different positions. It's offensive line. There's a lot of similar techniques. And so that's also, like this year, I've needed to do that. And so I'm going to go full at it and do my best. But, yeah.
And just, I think you kind of answered something similar earlier, but just what is this 3-week period told you about your ability to play that particular position?
Yeah, I think this last couple weeks and excited for this next week. I've gone against some really good competition, and it just shows that if I just keep getting better, man, I belong, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I really am. I love facing the best competition, and in the last couple weeks, their D-lines have been amazing, and we're facing the same D-line next week in the Bucs, and so to be able to go against that top competition every week, I love that. I love that challenge. That's why people go to the NFL. I've heard one of our Steve Young, he went to BYU as well. He said college kids leave early for the challenge, and that's what I really enjoy. I enjoy the challenge each and every week that you're going against one of the best pass rushers in the world.
Thanks, man.
Let's go to Darren Gant, followed by Ellis Williams.
Brady, first off, what does it feel like physically to be in Week 18? I mean, you've basically been doing this since the end of July. How do you feel right now?
Yeah, my body's a little banged up, but I've learned from the vets and I've taken good care of it this year, and I'm healthy. So I'm really excited for this week. But it's been a grind. I think that's the biggest thing young guys like me have to learn is how to take care of your body, how to endure this long season, because it is long, and next year, hopefully we're in the playoffs, and it's going to be whatever 3-4 more weeks, and so it's really a marathon, and you gotta treat it that way. It's not a sprint.
What advice in particular did you get in terms of that maintenance?
I think a big one is I took advantage of the bye week. That really helped get my body back, my legs back under me, and I don't know if I said, the bye week. And then I just think, like, always being in the training room, always being in the tubs, like, if you're in the hot and cold tubs twice, 3 times a day, who cares, like, just always be in there getting work on your body because that's your moneymaker.
Yeah, the other thing I wanted to ask, with you getting these opportunities now, how much better able are you to take advantage of the chance to start now than you would have been if it was September, October?
Yeah, I've grown so much mentally with the game. And I really feel like the game is like slowing down. For all rookies, it's a fast game. And it's faster in college. Everyone's faster. Everyone's better technically. Everyone's quicker. Everyone's stronger. And so you really got to be on top of it mentally. You can't be behind mentally because if you're behind mentally, it's hard enough physically as it is to do well. And so you always got to be knowing exactly what you're doing. Great get off on the snap. Knowing the protections inside and out, where you need to be, where your eyes need to be. And so that part of my game has improved the most.
Hey, Brady, I'm wondering if you could shed some light on what your offseason will look like. Like, as you say, you're prepared to train either as a tackle or a guard. I'm wondering, will the team have any weight requirements for you if you compare to tackle or a guard? Will you focus more on preparing as a tackle or a guard? Where do you see your offseason taking you this year?
Yeah, I know we have exit interviews on Monday after the game, and I'm sure I'll talk with the coaches and GM and kind of see where I'm at and then go from there. So to answer your question, to be decided, really. I'll definitely take advantage of the offseason. I always believe the most improvement a player can have is his first to second year. So this is a huge offseason for me, and I'm ready to attack it.
So do you think some guidance or some clarity on your position would help you have a stronger offseason then, or are you expecting that, some clarity?
I know what I need to work on technically, and that applies whether at guard or tackle. I need to work on a few things that I know right on top of my head right now. So I don't know if we'll make it a stronger offseason with clarity. So I'm just kind of playing it by ear, really.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's wrap it up with Nick Carboni.
Yeah, Brady, pass rushers in this league, a lot of them, especially the ones you faced, have years to kind of layer different moves and different situations together. Can you kind of describe the challenges of facing that on the outside as a rookie so far? Yeah,
like you were saying, like in college, usually the best pass rushers, they have that one move, that they throw, and that's about all they have. And it's dominant in college because it can be, but here in the NFL, usually guys have 4 or 5 great moves, especially the vets, especially the great ones. So you can't just be prepared for a bull rush. They'll always counter with a cross chop or a swim back inside or a different move or spin. Usually guys have 4 or 5 great moves that they can beat you with, so you got to be ready for it all. And I think that's one thing that's been awesome for me, and I've had to prepare super hard every week because I know if I'm not ready for all those different moves, that one time they could beat me. And so that's really been my goal, is just to attack the process and really prepare my best.
All right, really quick, let's go to Jonathan Alexander.
Brady, if I could just ask real quick, whether it was in practice or one of the games, what was like your first welcome to the NFL moment, like from a move we made?
Man, I get asked that quite a bit, and I don't know if I have one moment. I think just coming in to this team, and seeing McCaffrey and all these different guys and Shaq and I think that was like the awesome I'm here in the NFL, and then just playing week in and week out and like I get done with one week and then attack the next week and I realize the ends is just as good or if not better, and so it's always like you're always going against the best, and I think that's been the biggest biggest thing for me for sure.